Hello everyone, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Welcome to SSLC ಸಿದ್ಧತೆ by eSmart Tutorials YouTube channel. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಶಶಿಕುಮಾರ್. Let's begin our journey of learning together. In this video, I'll be discussing the solutions for the physics section of 2025-26 preparatory to science paper. Let's start solving the paper. So the first question is about the 1 mark question. It's a MCQ. So let's read what is the first question. The SI unit of resistivity is, we have four options. Option A, ohm meter, option B, coulomb, option C, volt, option D, joule. So what's the right answer? The right answer is ohm meter. Let's move to the second question. The second question tells about the distance between principal focus and the optic center of the lens is. We have four options. Option A, radius of curvature. Option B, object distance. Option C, focal length. Option D, image distance. Let's see what is our correct answer. The right answer is focal length. Now let's move to the next question. This is again a 1 mark question, but here we don't have the MCQs. We have to write the answer for it. What does the thumb indicate in the right hand thumb rule? To answer this is a very straightforward question. What does the right hand thumb rule indicates? So as you just look into this particular diagram, you'll be able to easily tell the thumb is going to indicate the direction of the electric current. It's a very simple question. Let's move to the next question. So mention the role of fuse in domestic circuit. I'm 100% sure everyone has seen the fuses. This is how the fuse looks, and you will be seeing this in the meter board. What are the main use of this one? So it has got multiple uses. I have just listed couple of uses here. A fuse acts as a vital safety component in an electric circuit. It protects appliance and wiring from damage caused by excessive current, short circuits, or overloading. So let's move to the next question. Fine. From this question, like the 2 mark question is going to start. The question is, write in two methods of increasing the magnetic field produced by a circular coil carrying electric current. So this question clearly tells about this is with respect to the solenoid. So in a solenoid, how we can increase the magnetic field? So the two ways of increasing the magnetic field are, so one is we can increase the current flowing through the coil, and the another one is so increasing the number of turns of the wire. Having said this, we'll go to the next question. If the total resistance in the given circuit is 4 ohms, then find the resistance of the resistor X. So they are given the diagram also. They are given a circuit diagram where they have given three resistors. So one of the resistor is having the value as 6 ohms. Another resistor is having the value as 3 ohms. And we have got another resistor which they are not given the value. They are asking us to find the value of X. So with the question and the circuit, so we can just make the given. So what is being given? So the total resistance of the circuit resistance is 4 ohms. So R1, which I've just taken as 6 ohms, and R2 I've taken as 3 ohms. We have to find the value of X. When we just look at these two resistors, they are connected in parallel. To find the equivalent resistance of that, we will apply the resistance in parallel formula. We get as 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. We will just replace the value of R1 and R2. We get 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by 6 plus 1 by 3. So 1 by 6 and 1 by 3 are the fractions. I cannot add the number as it is. I have to take the LCM for it. When I take the LCM of 6 and 3, we get the value as 6. 1 by Rp is equal to 1 plus 2 by 6, which we get the value as 1 by Rp equals 3 by 6. Upon further factorizing, we get 1 by Rp equal 1 by 2, and we need the value of Rp. So we just have to take the reciprocal of this. The moment I take the reciprocal of that, we get the value as Rp equals to 2 ohms. So this is just solved half of the problem. We are still left with another half of the problem. We have to find the value of X. To find the value of X, we have to make use of the value what they are given, circuit resistance, for which I mark it as RT, which is total resistance of the circuit is equal to resistance in parallel plus X. So as we need the value of x, I have just rearranged the terms. Once you rearrange the terms, we get as x is equal to resistance total minus resistance in parallel, which we get as x is equal to 4 minus 2, and we get the value of x as equal to 2 ohms. I think you are clear with this. Let's go to the next question. So observe the given diagram and answer the following question. So we have got a diagram associated with this particular question. In the diagram, they are given a prism and they have given a green color transparent glass and they have used a white light. We know that when white light is passed through a prism, it will be split into its constituent colors, which is nothing but a Vibgyor. But in this particular question, so the white light is first allowed to pass through a green color transparent glass, and when it comes out from the green glass, so the white light gets converted as a green light. So for the question A, the what is the color of ray of light indicated as A? So in the place of A, so the color of light will be green. You have to write the answer as green. And next is predict the color of the ray of light indicated as B. So this particular green light is allowed to pass through the prism. It passes through the prism and it gets refracted once it comes out of it. So the moment it hits the prism, it gets refracted and again it emerges out from the prism. And now when it is enters inside the prism, we are not seeing it is getting scattered. So it is not getting scattered because the light which has entered the prism is green. Since it is green, it will not be scattered. So the option B is also it is green because the prism receives only green light due to the green color transparent glass which allows only green color to pass through it. I think you are clear with this. Let's go to the next question. When question from question number 8, the 3-mark question is going to start. The question is draw the ray diagram of the image formed when an object is placed at f1 in front of a convex lens. Mention the position and size of the image. It's a straightforward question. The object is placed at f1. When the object is placed at f1, the image is formed at infinity. That is what they have asked. You just have to write this ray diagram and we have to write the properties for image properties. Where exactly is the image formed? The position. It is formed at infinity and what are the size? The size is highly enlarged. I think you are clear with this. Let's go to the next question. What is myopia or nearsightedness? What are the causes for myopia? Name the type of lens used to correct myopia. The 3 questions are associated with question number 9. First, we'll address what is myopia. It's a straightforward question. It's a definition for myopia. Myopia is a vision defect in which a person can see nearby object clearly but cannot see the distant object clearly beyond a certain point. We'll go to the next part of that. What are the causes for myopia? Causes. I've listed 2 causes. They are excessive curvature of the eye lens and elongation of the eyeball. There is one more question which is asked. Name the type of lens used to correct it. Correction. How it can be corrected. A myopic eye is corrected by using a concave lens. So this is the answer which you are supposed to write. We have got an OR option along with this. That is, it has got A and B part. We'll first address the A part. What is Tyndall effect? Which property of the scattering particles decide the color of the scattered light? So I'll just address the Tyndall effect. What is Tyndall effect? The phenomenon of scattering of light by the colloidal particles give rise to Tyndall effect. We'll go to the second part of that. Which property of the scattering particle decide the color of the scattered light? It is the size of the scattering particles determine the color of the scattered light. We'll go to the B part. What is the color of danger signal lights? As you all know, the color is red. Let's go to the next question. Question number 10. A transparent glass sheet is placed over a bar magnet. Iron filings are sprinkled over the glass sheet. The glass sheet is given a gentle tap and following observations were made. So they are listed 3 observations, observation A, B and C, and they have asked which property of the bar magnet does each of the below observations indicate? So we have got lot of properties of the magnet which is going to do it. So we'll just see which property is gives rise to scenario A. So it is because they align themselves along the magnetic field lines which are non-parallel and curved. It means it's showing the presence and direction of the magnetic field around the magnet. So this is about a magnetic field around the magnet give rise to iron filings from non-parallel curved lines. Coming to iron filings are closely packed near the poles because the magnetic field is strongest at the poles. This property we all know. And the last one is as moved away from the bar magnet, the distribution of the iron filings becomes rarer. So it is because the magnetic field strength decreases with increasing distance from the magnet. So whatever underlined, those are the properties of the magnet which makes the scenarios A, B and C. Let's go to the next question. Yeah, question number 10 has got an OR option. This is the OR part of it. The given diagram, they are given a diagram. The given diagram represents the experiment conducted to observe the deviation of a beam of electrons when the beam enters the magnetic field perpendicularly. If the beam deviates in the direction out of the surface of the paper, then. So they have got two scenarios. A is predict the pole of the magnet indicated as A. State the principle that helps this prediction. To answer this, we have to use Fleming's left hand rule. So I've just stated Fleming's left hand rule. What it tells, stretch a thumb, forefinger and middle finger of your left hand mutually perpendicular to each other. The forefinger shows the magnetic field north to south. The middle finger shows the current positive to negative and the thumb shows the direction of the force. Now to answer this particular question, so I'll first go with B and then I'll go with A because the answer B is going to provide the complete answer for this. So the beam of electrons are moving forward. So if you observe this diagram, the beam of electrons are moving in this direction. So definitely the current has to be in the opposite direction, which means current direction is opposite to electron flow. Using Fleming's left hand rule, which I have stated above, the force is out of the page. The force is going out of the page and the current is backwards. The current is acting backwards. The magnetic field must point towards the left, meaning the pole A is north. So this is the definition for it, and for the option A or A question A, so the answer is north. I hope you are clear with this. Let's go to the next question. Question number 11. So this is a 4-mark question. It has got two sub questions. So what is magnification? If the magnification of the image produced by a lens is +2, then mention the type of the lens. We will first address magnification. What is magnification? So magnification is defined as it is the ratio of height of the image to the height of the object. And the next part is if the magnification of the image produced is +2, then you just have to mention the type of the lens. If it is +2, then the type of lens is convex. The next part, refractive index of medium A is lesser than the refractive index of B. So you have to understand this particular part. Medium A is less, the refractive index of medium A is less than refractive index of medium B. Which of these two media is optically denser? In which medium speed of light is more? It's a straightforward question. So it itself is going to tell when the refractive index is less, that is becomes the rarer medium. When the refractive index is more, that becomes a denser medium. The first part, refractive index, and medium B is optically denser, and definitely the speed of light will be more in medium A. I think you are clear with this. Let's go to the next question. Fine, this question has got an R part. So the first one, again, it has got two subparts. The first one, state the laws of refraction of light. So we have got two laws. One is the first law and the second law. What first law tells? The incident ray, the refracted ray and the normal to the surface of two transparent media at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. Coming to the second law, which is also called the Snell's law, it tells about that The ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant for the light of a given color and for the given pair of media. This law is also known as the Snell's law, and we can just write. And coming to the B part, they have asked mention any two difference between a concave mirror and a convex mirror. The difference are as given below. So concave mirror has got a reflecting surface which is curved inwards, whereas for the convex mirror we have the reflecting surface curved outwards. So concave mirror is called as a convergent mirror because it converges the light rays. Convex mirror is called the divergent mirror as it diverges the light rays. And concave mirror always forms real or virtual images, whereas convex mirror always it is going to form a virtual image. I hope you are clear with this. Let's go to the next question. Fine. Question 12. So it has got two parts, A and B. Let's focus on part A. State Ohm's law. So list the factors on which resistance of a conductor depends. So Ohm's law is one of the very important law, so which is very important from the final examination perspective also. So what it tells, the potential difference V across the ends of a given conductor in an electric circuit is directly proportional to the current flowing through it, provided its temperature remains the same. So mathematically we express this as V is equal to IR. And the next part is factors on which resistance of a conductor depends. What are the different factors? I've listed four factors. So one is the length of the conductor, area of cross section, nature of the material, and temperature of the conductor. And the next part of that is B. The potential difference between 2 points of a conducting wire is 1 volt. Write the meaning of this statement. What exactly it means? It means when 1 joule of work is done to move a charge of 1 coulomb from one point to another. Fine. This concludes the solution for all the 12 questions, whatever we have discussed. If you got any doubts, feel free to ask me. And I just want to update one thing. We have got a offline class also. For any offline discussion, you are welcome to visit eSmart Tutorials at Chipinagar, Bangalore, where I'll be very happy to clarify your doubts. So if you would like more videos on science, please mention in the comment section so that I'll be able to upload those videos. And last but not the least, I would love to hear your feedback. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel to stay connected. Thank you.